Hi, it's Fred Van Loo, and I'm still in my gym clothes. Just got back. Wanted to jump outside here. I got my computer inside this little tent, protects it from the sun. Kind of bright, kind of hot, and dripping wet here. It's kind of fun. This is a request, a very serious request. I have missed my Biotical Plus desperately, and I've had a number of calls from you, but I need to know if there are enough of you that really want Biotical Plus brought back. Yes, it's the only product I have ever had access to that I could make available to the masses that would deal with a jaw infection in 10 days or less. Yes, it's the only product that, when used in conjunction with the bulldozer pack, would bring candidiasis, no matter how out of control it was, in 21 days or less. Yes, it's the only product I know that was so complete. Uh, I just didn't have to go in other directions to provide the body the resources, the pre-digested probiotics as well as nourishment that was needed. Absolutely the most profound product ever available to the general public as far as what I have seen. And especially today with cellular shutdown, pre-digested nourishment is absolutely essential until those cells are turned back on, and hence the importance of the bulldozer pack the first month and the harmonic support follow-up and the hydration with the harmonic support, but then the nourishment. Yes, I have found an amazing DNA repair product with probiotics that is outstanding. It really is. The purple caps, the purple plus, is an amazing product. The skin repair, the DNA skin repair cream, the women are absolutely going bananas over it. I tested it purely as a health product and wasn't overly impressed. That's not what it's designed for. It's designed for the DNA repair. And if the DNA repairs, guess what happens with the skin? But again, I'm getting off the subject. This has to do with Biotical Plus. Quite frankly, I looked at my resources. We don't have lines of credit like we used to. We don't have, it's just the economy has changed everything. And for many of you who have been to ewater.com, you see I have quite a number of products. Each one carries its own inventory costs, its own, and we pay for inventory up front. And so even though we're able to rotate it, when it comes to products like Biotical Plus, it has to be made in such large quantities, the raw materials purchased in quantities that enable us to make it at least somewhat affordable for you. Otherwise, it would just be a few of you could afford it or would pay the money to overcome some severe disease. I needed and still want a product that provides all the nourishment your cells need regardless of your diet, so long as your diet is a basic common sense diet. And Biotical Plus was that, and in spades. Now, Fukushima has destroyed some of our sourcing, but that I've been able to constantly resource the material for the fermentation process and the probiotics and prebiotics to create that end product with Dr. Paul Yannick. It was a product he made specifically for me, the safest product to be used even when people were on drugs. Can't do that with a lot of very specialized clinical products. And as you know, I believe so much in the body's intelligence because I've seen it happen. I've just seen people with metastasized breast cancer turn it around in months after they had been given the death sentence by the doctors in white coats, the idols in white coats. I've seen multiple myeloma. Some of you have seen the video. Turned around with the green diet and the bulldozer pack, and then the simple follow-up. Biotical Plus, absolutely core. Can't do that in such a confident manner right now. Without the Biotical Plus, can't. However, my dilemma is simply this. The most important is the harmonic support to get the cells turned on and keep them turned on. If the cells aren't turned on, even Biotical Plus does not work. Not well. Even though it's pre-digested, the cells still need the harmonic support, and they need the hydration with the water that is properly structured and has the harmonics to support that proper cell function. We are being assaulted from so many areas that are shutting down cellular function, particularly in the electronic arena and now even HARP. And as some of you know, I have a a harmonizer, personal body harmonizer. And I'm sorry that it's expensive, but it's vital for those who can afford it. For those who can't, if you take care of everything else, you probably will be able to handle the abuse. But I can tell the difference when and if I don't have mine on, and I'm not in my home because I have the whole home harmonizer. But anyway, so these essential uh, items that support cellular function harmonically, no one else is providing. And that's what I finally had to look at. If I have my resources, where do I put my resources? And here's the bottom line. You can have, most people can have a mediocre nutritional support system that they're using, or product or products, and use my harmonic support, my protection, the EP2 stress pendant here, which even in the gym I use, the EP2 stress pendant, the uh, the harmonizer, personal harmonizer, and then the uh, the harmony drops or perfect balance. And after you've gotten your harmonics up, the cellular harmonics up around 80-90%, then the Vitalizer Plus can maintain that without you having to continue to use the Quanta water. In the first 2 to 3 months, Quanta water is absolutely essential. Many people wisely realize they never get off Quanta water. They sip it occasionally, but they just add it to the water they're drinking. It's still king of the mountain. It's just the convenience of a little half-ounce bottle of highly concentrated Harmony Drops is my favorite. That's what I travel with now. And yes, I still use my Perfect Balance, but it's a 1-ounce bottle. It's spray, and so it takes up more space, not as easy to carry in my pocket or purse. So I had to make the decision to keep what no one else was providing, which was the harmonic support and the protection, or jeopardize that by putting an enormous amount of money again into producing Biotical Plus. It is the most difficult decision I have ever had to make. And I had to let the Biotical Plus go, at least temporarily, possibly permanently. But here's the bottom line. I miss it. I get your calls. Many of you miss it. But I have to know, do enough of you miss it to bring it back? I have a plan to get this back into production within 3, possibly even 2 months of the time that everything is brought together. And what is that? If I have enough of you, no games here, this is a fact. If I have enough of you that wish to purchase a 1-year supply of Biotical Plus for yourself, even better for you and a spouse, even better for you and the whole family. No. If you're willing to do that, you're looking at, I would give you 35% discount, and you would be looking right in the range of about $900 for an entire year's supply of the most amazing product I have ever found. I'd like to say the most amazing product on the planet because I believe it is the most universally appropriate amazing product on the planet. Certainly there are specialized products for certain things that you might use for in certain instances, but I haven't found a health challenge or otherwise that this was an absolutely the appropriate foundational support for the natural body intelligence and mechanisms that can turn every and any health challenge around. That excites me because that means I don't have to rely on your intelligence. I don't have to rely on my intelligence. I don't have to rely on your doctor's intelligence. They have specialized skills, whether it's chiropractic, naturopathic, whatever. But when it comes to nutrition, what a screwed up area in our lives. You ask 5 nutritionists, 5 doctors the exact same nutritional question. You're going to get 5 different answers. It's ridiculous. So basically, I've tried to get dumber and dumber when it comes to the nutrition and give the body all the responsibility to use its perfect intelligence. Do you want Biotical back? If you do, I'd like to know why, and I'd like you to share that with me briefly, and I would like to know if you can commit to approximately $900. Just take your Biotical Plus 119. The price is going to go up to $129, but I would hold it for this at $119. the raw materials alone. It's gotten ridiculous. But at 119, you take 35% off of that, and that would be your cost times 12 for an entire year. It's about $900, a little over $900 for the year. If you can commit to that, and at least 50% upfront, and none of these funds would be used until I had enough to implement. And if within 30 to 45 days after that, you could commit the balance. So in other words, if you could commit $500 and hang in there for 2, possibly as much as 3 months, hopefully only 2, and within 45 days or less have the balance of 400, whatever it is, if I get enough of you that make that commitment, I will bring Biotical Plus back again. And I will make it so that we will always have the resources to continue making Biotical Plus. This is just an unfortunate happenstance that occurred, and I don't have an immediate answer, but I do have immediate needs by so many people, especially those jaw infections. I just don't have anything else that works on the jaw infection like Biotical Plus. So this is what I'm putting out to you. My email, personal email, is down on the bottom of this. Please feel free to contact me. Let me know why you would like it back. Would you be willing to move forward on this? Do you have any friends, anyone else? How many family members would you be willing to buy a year's supply with, if you can? And there'd be many people out there that would be eternally grateful to you that I have not had to compromise what are the absolutely unique products that I have that make everything else that's even mediocre work, because it gets your cells functioning, versus putting those resources into Biotical Plus, which, again, without cell function, limited response. That has proven itself out, folks, and I'm sorry to say. But when you put Biotical Plus with the harmonic support and cellular function that's turned back on and consistently supported month after month, you have the lowest cost way to maximize your health and the health of your family from infants on up, from prenatal to postnatal. The Biotical Plus, absolutely the finest on the planet. Do let me know. Let's pull together. Let's really make a difference in other people's lives as well as yours. God bless you. Fred Van Loo here, the Water Doctor.